So over the course of my life, one of the biggest things that I've learned that has been important to me is to trust my intuition. Intuition is the divine energy, the divine creative energy of the universe flowing through you and I. It is something that you shouldn't ignore. It tells you things that you need to know. So I've learned to trust my intuition. Over the course of the weekend, I had the intuition that I need to start working with my dark side again. The dark side is something that's not necessarily bad, but it's an energy that's there within you and within me that you can use. Just like with electricity, you need the negativity to work with the positivity so that you can get the juices flowing, get things going. You have to have that polarity of positive and negative in order for electricity to work. Well, it's the same way with forces of nature. So what can you do with your dark, shadowy things inside of you? Anger is a good example of a thing that's inside everyone that can be worked with. It's known as a dark anger. If you let it get out of control, it can give you ulcers, it can get you put in jail, things like that. But you can also use it for your advantage. Our pop culture is full of examples of characters using anger to their advantage. Look at Batman. He is full of anger. He's so angry he talks like this all the time. And he's just, his uniform is, or his costume or whatever you want to call it, is all black, and he's just angry and shadowy and shady. But he uses it to his advantage to fight crime, because that's what makes him angry. There's several other examples in pop culture of people using their anger as a strength. It pushes them to fight for what they believe in. Jealousy is another dark characteristic that can be used to your advantage. If you're jealous of a person, you're not actually jealous of that person. You're jealous of characteristics that they have, traits that they have, skills that they have, in order for them to be able to achieve something that you're jealous of. So this is kind of a wake-up call for you to cultivate this virtue or this skill within yourself. It's motivation. So if you look at it that way, it makes the jealousy helpful. So there's all kinds of dark characteristics that people have that they can use to their advantage. It's just a matter of figuring out how to do that. And that's kind of where I'm at with my list of dark characteristics. I know what I can do with some of them, but not all of them. So I'd love to hear comments about how you've been dealing with your dark issues, what you've been doing with them. So this isn't the first time that I've been interested in working with my dark side. When I first moved here to North Carolina and was much younger, I had just read Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice, and I was fascinated with Lestat and his way of life, or his way of death, whichever way you want to look at it. And I gave him a lot of energy and made him an archetype, and and emulated him. And so, not that I was going around sucking people's blood or doing anything really bad. I was just conscious of my dark side and trying to use it to my advantage, and it led me to some good things. I got around some good friends that were a bit wild, on the wild side, but I learned a lot from them and kind of learned my way around North Carolina. And one of my friends, he was actually the first one to show me how to look at auras, and he loaned me this book on metaphysics that just blew my mind. There was so much in it that I had thought about before and was wondering about, and some other completely. So I got cut off at the end of that video. My apologies. I was pretty much done anyway. I just talked a little bit more about the friends that I had met during that period of my life, and the impression that they made on me, and how exploring my dark side led me a little bit further along on my spiritual path. So I hope you found this video helpful. Much love. Namaste.